This is how you remind me of what I really am. We're not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna get into that for who was told. I'm gonna remind you of who you are. Well, how comes? It's a different kind of you remind me. So maybe we'll get into the duality of this and how who you believe that you are is the most important thing about your whole life. So if you have somebody else telling you who you really are, it could just throw you off a little bit. It's no surprise to me, I am my own worst enemy. Femme fatale. You remind me of who I really am. Highlights the erotic energy of the feminine, opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So I believe that this is a man who, you being this woman, reminds him of who he actually is. You could be in sports as a woman and you're his favorite. Yeah, whatever you do for work here, but I hate myself for loving you. This could have been seen a little differently before. I fucking love her and I hate it. I hate that I love her. And he could have said this to you. I actually hate that I love you. Or he said this to his ex, or somebody said it to their current fucking wife before they walked out. I don't know why, and I can't stand it. But I know that if I stay here, I'm never going to be able to find out why this thing is. And, hold on. You remind me of who I really am. And currently, I'm experiencing karma for lying, or even lying about working with you before. Somebody lied and said that they never worked with you, or they don't, and they're lying. Somebody also, this is stealing work. This could be even a manager that cuts your hours. That would be stealing deserved reward. Everything is a reward. There doesn't have to be risk all the time. This is another fucking belief. Without risk, there's no reward. Well, you see how that goes, and I'll take the less risky fucking route. But now sometimes risk is, but you do it because you want to, not for a reward. When you take a risk, because you're one of those people that likes. I don't need to know the outcome, but I'm excited to see if I do this and that, and maybe even bring in some people I normally wouldn't, or something else that I normally wouldn't mess with. What kind of outcome could I get? And because you're like this, and you accept whatever outcome is, you made these choices. I added this. Now, if you let somebody else dictate the whole thing, you're going to have to take some heat for the outcome when it's not so good. But this is you. This is you I put into it. And if it doesn't turn out well, this is a lesson now. How else do you learn what not to use, who not to bring in, and don't tell them anything? I got it now. How would you know? You can't just go by word of mouth. See, this has been happening for too long, where people are just believing what other people say. Oh, don't work. This is also a situation where some people lied and said about what you did for work. Oh my God, I love those people. They have a karmic job. Huh. Is that so? What is a karmic job? Prostitution is not a karmic job. I'll tell you what, karmic job is something for me that you put in, you go to work, and you get nothing out of it. You give your time, you even pay to get there. Gas, transportation, that's public. And you don't even break even. That's a karmic job that keeps you in a karmic loop. What does this do? Let me put this back on. You now are frustrated. So now you don't hold doors, you slam doors in people's faces because it's all their fault. You either settled for a job that you were overqualified for, or you don't fucking learn and you're not qualified for much. But whatever the reason is, it's you. That's the problem. Excuse me. And I hate myself. I love it, yeah. Let's see if this is changing, because this is I don't want to call it karma, and I don't want to call it bad luck. But whatever this is that seems to be, and this isn't this guy being stuck in a bad situation necessarily in life, but it's in my head when it comes to a woman like this. Dark side of the moon. Things may not always look familiar, but they may feel. Does something you said sound familiar? Oh, something is just so familiar about you, like I knew her. Did my memory get erased? Why is my body and my mind telling me that I have memories of her? Is this a past life? You want to be done with it? Monkey wrench. Somebody needed to get rid of the monkey wrench. How come, and even greater that this guy stated how, okay, in the beginning he could have lied, and there could have been a lot of just weird unnecessary lies, which is concerning to me that people actually took the time out of their day to put their minds into this, to come up with these kind of lies. Maybe they made you out to be a monkey wrench, a human monkey wrench. Is that what somebody said? That everything you touch turns to shit, that you were responsible for this happening and that happening. And it's like, God damn the judgment on this one. Never thought until recently of how bad the others must be for constantly talking about it and judging and bringing shit up. Who's worse? The one who just does it without inflicting it on other people or forcing it, or the people who keep talking about it, which tells me that they don't believe that anyone can change. Which, why are they my friends? Why are they my business? Is this the way that you look through life? Is this your, just something some people needed to think about that. The judgment from the world of this one. See, you know what's happening now is we see this type of woman. I'm erotic and I'm sensual. I make you want me. It's just what it is. I don't have to chant and I don't have to drop something and pick it up. If I'm going to drop it, it's just going to fall out of my hand because something else wants me to bend over in front of you. It's easier that way for me. This is why I keep moving. Look at her arch in her back. She always sits upright. It's important, your poise and your pose. I'm starting to see why so much judgment. This man. But my God, to still be this after being ridiculed in front of the world. This could even be Katy Perry. Like, what the fuck they're doing to your name. I mean, listen, it just makes you feel like most people who have eyes, and the most important one to see, can tell that this shit is like, I mean, either you're a fucking clone or a robot, and you won't abide by something. They only do this shit to people. Now all of a sudden, all these people have these fucking court cases and trials for shit now. They must have changed. That's the only thing I can think of. And most of them were also replaced. I believe, in my memory, I met a lot of you in the past. Some of you even grew up around where I grew up and shit like that. But see, I don't trust my memory in my conscious. I don't trust that one as much as I trust my cellular memory, which is my feeling. That's the soul thing as far as I'm concerned. Your cells. Did I talk about this? Or did we have this aha that your soul was made up of a bunch of cells? That your soul could just be elements, cells, earth, you know what I mean? Atmosphere, right? Which is why, so they're all different. What is this Ten of Cups here? Okay, you had certain groups of people that felt like they needed to have some closure with something with you. This could be Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter more, which are groups that, it's clear, might as well just call it white privilege of you know, you could have had some fucking aborigines. I don't know how bad these lies went. This looks like a safe here. Is somebody trying to get into a safe? 54729. And then it's going to ask you for 54729, and it's going to ask you for a letter afterward, and it's a capital B. You may have to hit mode C or mode to get to the capitals, but I think it'll show, you'll be able to, there's a, what do you call an icon? Thank you. E. And this could even be for something with this could be Federal Reserve stuff. The other one is Al-Anon key files. Wait, Al-Anon key, capital A, capital K. I see a period, so this must have been recently that someone, because I feel like recently people have been putting periods at the end. Can you put a period at the end of a password? I don't usually use that punctuation mark, but all right. Hargrave, I think you missed a letter. Yeah, it's supposed to be Hargrove. Right. Now, this type of woman is when they go out, like, there's someone who's angry. This is why they love you and they hate they love you. They're fucking crazy about you. But there must be something up where they could be locked up, or they are tied up in something. And then some of them, it's literally, they fell into some trap and now they're all fucking bound. This is so you could sit there and think about the consequences for your actions. I will never be this woman to you men. I will never, ever fucking belittle you, because I hate it. Not just for myself, but I have a sincere hatred for women who do this to men, especially in public. I could snap all of your necks. 10 years have you known this person for that long? But I don't want them being out into the world. Everywhere they go, it's like it could be car accidents, people looking at you. One more, please. You remind me of who I really am. This could even be other women seeing you and going, God damn, I want to be like this. Or I forgot that I was like this too. What the hell happened to me? I met this fucking jerk off, and next thing you know, and I moved for this job, and I can't stand the weather here. The weather affects my mood. The fucking clothing stores here are even worse. How the hell am I supposed to be happy here without drinking it? And of course, that shit's temporary. What you need to do is, nothing is permanent. You need to go surround yourself with some things that are at least an extended temporary of what you have now. That's all you can do, is add to whatever is. So for some of you, it's like, well, I mean, I have a few bucks. I can go to the dollar store and get myself a fucking eyeshadow or mascara. It's going to make you feel better. It's investing in yourself. Investing in your own happiness. You don't have a vehicle. Oh, do you know what's weird? I get this feeling that somebody thought that you were living somewhere else, some way else. Like you were set, you were okay, and there must be a reason for this. It could have been that you left and didn't know that there was some type of 401k thing with this company. It could have been, it did something where you were supposed to receive this, and I either thought that you did, or I thought that you were okay because of something you gave off. But it may not have been you. Relax today. Quintuplets. What is that quintuplets? Is that 10? That's not 10, is it? Hold on, please. Which ones you like? Hold on. Excuse me. It appears to be 5, and I can't believe that I missed that. Okay. Quintuplets. Why am I flipping another one out? Aren't grateful for anything. So you could be one of 5 or even, yeah, it would be one of 5. Oh, that's weird. My voice sounds weird. Tell me about the quintuplets. What's up with them? Or you have these as children. Are they yours? This is where juice comes in. What? Only an idiot would say 2 of them weren't. Huh. This could be a friend of this one. Queen of Swords, quintuplets. Unless this is one that you're dating of quintuplets. Okay. I don't know what happened to this one. The other ones could be real grateful and shit. Yeah, skilled and yada yada yada. It's like, you're skilled at lying and manipulating. You're skilled at cutting people off. Yeah, verbally. Which now I realize is just avoiding confrontation, avoiding questioning, and possible explanation that's needed from you. Which tells me other things about you if I get involved with you at all. So, you could be another one of quintuplets, or I'll tell you what, there's a man here who dated all 5, or all 4. I'm not sure what I was thinking with them all sharing the same DNA. They don't all look the same. They're not identical, but the similarities that are there are just happen to be the things that I can no longer tolerate. This one here causes disruption in the emotions of the men. There's a barrier with that. It could be a firmament, you could call it, and she pokes that. How does she do it? I'm apprehensive on saying these things sometimes because I feel like there are women sitting there, aren't you, with paper and pen. Okay, I'll do it for you. This one here, the difference is that she's the gift of gab, or not to gab. What's the gift? Is it the gift of gab or the gift of knowing I don't need to do that right now? How? Because this one is out a lot, often, more than your introverted exes or even yourself. So it's important for me that that this person speaks a certain way. Do I want that fucking lawyer in the courtroom, in the bedroom? This is the thing. I don't know. But see, look at the way she said. It's the way you feel about yourself. I don't know if this man ever slept with you or he could have heard things, but I think he can tell by the way that you would be if you haven't already done this with him. Just by the way that you move and by the way that you speak. Are you into photography? Her posture is great in all of these. I'm not sure if I ever seen someone this on with being grand, this consistent. This looks like royalty to me. This is what, when I think royalty and I think royals and parade and cheering for kings and queens, this is what I think of. I like that. I definitely like that. So that is how you remind me. And there could be some women and some men who are like, I mean, I could have been like this. Thinking about when they were kids. How did I move when I was a kid? You can tell if you're like this because people just don't like you. You can feel it. But you don't always cut them off because you are an opportunist as well, like everyone else. You know that you may need them for something, or you currently do. And it's like, well, I just got to deal with this part of them until I don't need them anymore. What gets rough is when you just say, I'm just going to keep dealing with this, which you think you're doing well, but it's really creating that shit inside like this other one. And then you become completely codependent where you never get yourself out of a situation. You never bring anything else in by changing your demeanor from the second that you get up. You've got more guts than a slaughterhouse, and you smell somewhat better too, so you're bold. Letters. Be you. CK. Buckingham. Are you? OMNMC. Yeah, this looks like Buckingham and shit. So if that's not literal, then it is what I said. Royalty. How much loyalty comes with this royalty shit? For me, that is a characteristic. That's one of the main characteristics. How royal and regal are you if you're a backstabber? Something is part of your destined, fated walk here in this life. And it could be to marry one. It doesn't have to be that you are one. It could be to work for one with one. Disruption. Look, you cause disruption. You're causing disruption in relationships where people are going to say, we were good until worry. We haven't had sex in 6 fucking months. How much longer would this have gone on? I'm bored. Look, I'm discontent. I'm not content anymore. That's the truth. Somebody said some shit like, what? I'm not even leaving for something definite. I'm leaving because I don't stay involved or invested in things that not only am I not getting anything out of this, that's good, but I'm getting bad. I'm getting negative feedback. This is like me keeping a business open where the Yelp reviews aren't altered and they're horrible. It doesn't matter what the reason is. This is what it is now. Do you right? Well, people have done this. They've tried fixing something over and over and over again. It's the fucking leg to the table that somebody keeps taping. You didn't use the right tape. If you would have used electrical tape the first time and pulled it and stretched it, that leg on that table would have been stronger than the other ones. You could even heat it up with a lighter as you stretch it to make it tighter. Tighter and tighter. Solar plexus. I don't like when they do this. I'm not going to look it up. I just don't fucking care. The numbers we have are 4, 6, 2, 20, and 3. 44 is the last one, Robert. Nope. So this is you, and now we're going to find out how you remind, because who is now that this disruption is called, somebody was a runner, right? You remind me that I used to run, I used to lift weights, I used to get my hair cut more often than I do. Now I'm more concerned whether someone else has their hair and nails, or their hair for the women, that you make sure that this guy has his slim, and you put off doing your roots and shit. That's good to do to show what kind of woman you are. But if you keep doing that, then they take that. But we're wired as humans, as some type of being, to take advantage of that. We're not all that way, and not all the time. Some people they feel discomfort with stuff like that. And I don't want it to get weird between the two of us. I'm going to make my presence scarce for a little bit, because I don't want to come off as someone that only comes around because I need something. So So what you do when you really feel that way is you will just not come around as much. Otherwise, you're lying when you say it and you keep showing up. Who is he? Let's see who this guy is. Something's a record. A record. This could even be a record deal that some guy is looking at you. Wild winds. Do the winds pick up when you're around somewhere? Or something happens in nature? Right? There's a guy that saw a woman walking. This looks like college campus, and the leaves started just. It was like that was the day fall started. It could have been that you were walking and the sun came up, or you were walking. It was quiet, and then you walk by and this fucking guy hears birds and shit. Like, this shit is overwhelming. It's overwhelming with nature and spirituality with this one. Did he record you? Did somebody record you? The waiting game. That's another thing. Look at this. Look at the difference. There's wild winds, and then there's waiting. There's so much differentials, right? With the emotion thing. So where are they at now? Where's he at with the emotion for you now? Because it felt like obsession. When you have that, I don't know if there's such thing as love hate. It could that means an obsession for me. When you're obsessed, you try to hurt them when you feel like you're not getting their attention, or that you can't get their attention. And yeah, you'd rather see them single, unattractive. We're not all like this. Just many. We are still on. Yeah. I'm available until I'm not. Alright. Well, that doesn't mean somebody took me off the market. That just means maybe I'm just not available. I need to remove myself from this for myself for a little bit, just to give myself some attention, some love. Oh, here you go. How can I make sure that nobody else sees them? At least the way I do. I could change their view, but this is the eye in the sky's view. This could be a Virgo male, or they have access to something, and they have the right minions. Yeah. So this would be the illusion that so many. This would be the grand illusion, which this could be it, man, of the creation, the master illusion, and the destruction that comes with filters like this. This could be pick. This could be pick your character. And the characters could have been targets for different reasons. This would be, you're pretty and I'm ugly, and I just want you to look a certain way because there are friends of mine and even some family members of mine who remember you or who are talking about you, and I don't like it. Somebody watches you. This is, they watch everybody though. This could definitely be military. Huh. And I believe the filters they put on aged it. I mean, we're talking 22 years older. Somebody made you look. It was pretty bold. I said you were bold. What may it have been you? Somebody was very o'clock. And somebody, though, has this eye, the other kind of eye, and they said, this looks like paint. This... this... I don't, yeah, that's a hard one right there. It's something's wrong. Come here. My wife is a lot better looking than this. And I don't get a fraction of the that I get when I think of this one. There's no way she looks this way. With this waiting game, I feel like this is you patiently. Like the wild winds, you could have been like, what's the wild wind for you? I'm just by myself in my own fucking world, feeling a little constricted and restricted, but I feel like you kind of just let it happen because you knew that there was some consequence happening for people. And this is like because the guys are going, yo, what is it with this? There has to be, but were they that good? Were they that good? They had to have been. This is how clever they got. I'm telling you, for the people who didn't hear the first 2, maybe 3 times, could be 2.5. Somebody's keeping track in that logbook, huh? This is, there's other things that comes with it that I also have not experienced in my 30, 40-year marriage, in my 8-week fucking 6-hour marriage. Huh. And then they get angry because they're involved with something. I want them to wait for me. I'm married or I'm getting divorced and things are a little rocky and I don't want anybody else getting them. So I'm going to put this on there, and then I'm hoping that this will stop my friends from letting me know that they're doing rituals on her, or that, I mean, it turned into one. It's my ritual now, at the very least. You know, it's my every day. 2 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, damn it. But it did not. It did not, because this third eye thing, this judgment thing, I think they started seeing your facial features in their mind. It's like, oh, I don't remember those curves with your document, with your file. So what happened now? I'm tired. Like this wild winds to me is like I'm agitated and I'm tired of waiting. Somebody came from a far away, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go see. You know, if this is in your neighborhood, someone's like, I'm gonna play somebody in the neighborhood. I know that when they go for a walk, when they walk their dog, when they go to work, I know. And I need to see this for myself. This could also be, my God, like this is true that some people just take horrible fucking pictures. Is this for protection? Why is it like that? Is it something that we give off as a certain level of a certain rank that you have spiritually, but in this form? It could be so nobody can ruin your reputation. You'll figure out a way. You'll figure out a way to make it work for you. Knight of Swords, and I'm just gonna carry on my wayward sand. Lay your head at rest. I'm not sure if this guy can see you. I don't know why. Somebody had something happen to their face and they tried to fix it a few times and they can't. So if I can't have you, and I was planning on something, somebody was planning on asking you out or helping you, but I feel like the help was for ulterior motive, and it could have been so that he just had you all to himself, but he couldn't figure out a way to create this grand plan. So this was more of a stalling tactic. And so now where was? Okay, and then oh, somebody did try to stop this guy. Again, you're gonna do this? This is the problem, and it's already brought. Put me in, coach. When it's already brought to your attention that people do this, and they have been doing this for most of your life, sir. And this is why you've had a few top tier, but mostly kind of like below average, what you deserve type women, for the one that you just know I'm talking to. Yeah. It's a combination of, oh, I didn't know that, kind of, but I do now, and I like that. I like the fact that there's a woman who, or even my guy friend, who wants to stop me from doing something. It feels more like woman, because you feel like a straight man, at least now. And that to you at the time was attention. That was competition. That's them fighting for me. We really know it's not. It's them. See, now it's the... They weren't fighting for me. If you were fighting for me, you would be fighting for me in other ways. You know what I mean? And I don't feel that. So what that really was just you wanting to outdo and get into some kind of like non-verbal tussle with another woman to claim rights or seat. And I just can't do it. I don't feel this here. Angel. This is good. If you were locked up, somebody watched you while you were locked up. How long did this go on for? They got a badge. Justice? No. Yeah, you were locked up somewhere along the line. This could have been 10 years ago. I mean, some of you were arrested multiple times, and it's the way you handle it every time. Some of these charges, some of these things were set up because there are people that couldn't believe how well you handled being locked up, coming from where you come from. I don't know what kind of family you had, or you just seem like a pretty peaceful person that I don't bring attention to me if it's brought out in me. I mean, I am human. I err. Yo, Martin, you're fucking, oh my god. No, I need him around me. Is he Jonathan now? This is Diego from Right Blow, but all the time. My god, I want to say I miss you. Like, I spent time with you. That was my instinct, and I don't doubt that. Whatever you're hearing telepathically, some of you have explained who you are. Like, you let your telepathic self and watch your mouth with your mind say who you are. Watch. Jonathan Riviera. It's a sexy name. So, hello. I think that somebody was making it seem like they were good. I'm on board. Sign me up. Good over here. Whatever it was, and they're very good at giving just enough assistance or just enough information where now they can stop the next, the third plant. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we're here. Let's make the diagram, and then this could be why they did it. For some, it's why they did it, so they can keep at least a step ahead. And they have a busy schedule so that you don't pick up that they have a lot of time on their hands, because you, with this Virgo thing, sir, I feel like you are very, very sharp. You could even be some type of agent, or you do a little bit of everything. So you're on your toes through experience in life too. that there are people, though, I held in high honor at one point, that they just disappointed me. And I don't feel like you take this with you or you make a big deal out of it. You can't, for what this is what I yeah. It's just overwhelming, the amount of togetherness that came about over something like this. This kind of togetherness is just weird. Yeah, this doesn't feel like, well, you're getting married. All right, well, maybe I can find somebody, and then people just come together, or a funeral. You know what I mean? This is a different type of joining, and I'm grateful because it shows me that I have limits, even if it took a little while, but I have them. And it also showed me that I must be special to not feel comfortable, even if you did do something and you're comfortable in this anymore. That tells me I'm changing for the better. So you won't have people like this acknowledge achievements when it comes to certain things: drinking, fucking running, not eating shit food, smoking pot, doing drugs. They won't tell you that kind of shit. This is what's telling you. You could have said, give me a sign that I'm on the right path, and this is the sign that we don't recognize as a sign and a blessing. All right, see you later.